Good morning, everyone. How you all doing? How you all doing? How you all doing? I think our trade for today is almost ready, if not even ready. So we'll just head straight to business first before any other thing. How we'll analyze the chart but quickly. Um, don't worry, I'm gonna break the chart down. Let's take our time. I'll break the chart down, break the trade idea as well, and then we'll take it together as we usually do. Right? But let me know in the comment section if you can hear me and you can see my screen. I'll appreciate it. Let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know where you are joining us from this morning. Let me know where you are joining us from this morning. Right. I see the Gucci from Kenya. Ifaroda, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing too? Raphael Ishan from GH. I see. The the cow Adan, are we buying gold now? Not yet. Not yet, Decal. I'm sure you are new here, but don't worry. I'll give you the exact instructions to follow. Have some patience. I'll give you the exact instructions to follow when exactly we are buying the entry price, the stop loss, take profit. I'll do that. So don't worry. Um, BM Key says, joining you from Zambia. I can hear you and see you. I appreciate you. Rain says, I'm joining you from Nigeria. Ghana in the building. Wisdom Awaji says, I don't chop SL already, LOL. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Provided the SL you just chop, you chop that by doing the right thing or by following your trading plan. I do not have a problem with that. But if it's anything outside of your trading plan or trading strategy, then you need to visit the drawing board and put things in place. Rwanda in the building. Rwanda, Nigeria. Okay, I see you have a lot of people here. Right. Anyway, if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, kindly subscribe now. Also, turn on the post notification so that anytime I go live or I drop a YouTube video, you'll be one of the first people to watch it. Okay. Also, don't forget to share this link. Share this link now with your other traders so that we can come online and let's learn together. Let's learn the rudiments and proper ways of what trading together. All right. Chris Fizi says I'm from Nigeria. We hear you. Rwanda is in the building. Shout outs to MI. Ghana in the building, Nigeria, using a small account, no problem. Provided it's a live account, whether you're using a small account, whether you're using a big account. My issue here is I want you to come on board with a live account so that we can have what? A good experience. So if you do not have a live account, what you can do after the session or even on the session is to click on the link in the description. You're going to see an excellent link there. It's going to lead you to my brokerage account where I actually personally do sign up or trade. You just create an account, you verify it. If you have any issues with verifying the account, you can reach out to me on all platforms, Instagram DM, especially Telegram though. If you want a faster response, reach out to me on Telegram. Then I can assist you with the verification. But click on the link in the description, right? To create the account, verify it, and fund it, no matter how small or big, you know. Then I see you're joining us from Canada, from Somalia. Oh, I see. Kenya in the building, Nigeria in the building. We hear you. Good morning, Rick from Uganda. Good morning, Multi TV. Drop your Telegram channel. Okay, so my Telegram channel is actually in the description, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and my Telegram channel is actually in the building. Sorry, it's actually in the description, but let me just go ahead and then drop it in the comment section for copy link. Okay. right? So okay, don't worry, I'll drop it later. But if you want a link to the channel, just check the description box. You're going to see the exact link to the channel, guys. I've been talking. Let's get straight to business. Okay, as you can clearly see, I have my lows and my highs marked. I'll explain the setup later. I've just been stalling a bit because of what the I've been stalling a bit because of the confirmation candle that I got. It is not really the convincing one, but looking at how this particular candle is trading, I think it's time. So let's take a buy now. Buy good now. Buy good now, guys. Buy good now. That is the instruction. Buy good now. The SL or stop loss is 3329.00. So our entry price when we bought was 3332.43. So I can say 0.45. Okay, 0.45. Buy gold now. That is the signal. Let's buy gold now. So as you can hear, I'm taking that on my personal accounts as well. Okay, let's buy gold now. I'll explain the setup. For those of you who are new here, last week I explained my trading rules management, okay? And one of the key factors that I don't want you guys to forget is that I take maximum 2 trades in a day, and that is only because maybe the first one that I take does not go my way. Then I have a second attempt for the day. After that, I am done. So I'll give you a typical scenario. It actually happened yesterday. Don't forget to use proper risk management, okay? 3329. I think today we have about 34 pips as our stop loss. So that's pretty decent compared to how much I usually risk per trade, okay? Um, Compared to how much I usually risk per trade, my average stop loss is 50 pips, right? But today's setup is allowing us to risk just 34 pips, which is approximately 40 pips. So this is our stop loss. Stop loss is 3329.00, and then of my take profits 3329.00. TP1 take profit one is somewhere around this point. So take profit one is 3337.60. Okay, 3337.60. So this is my take profit one. Take profit two is somewhere around this point, right? Targeting risking 34 pips, risking 34 pips or 35 pips for take profit one or 50 pips. That's pretty decent. Okay, now let's break the trade down. Let's break the trade down. Wow. So that candle is really not convincing, but it's more of like a risky entry. So this is my account as I showed you guys last week, and I just took the trade. It's a $5,000 account, right? Um, so let's see. Don't forget to use proper risk management, guys. Our stop loss is 35 pips from our entry price. Okay, so if if you use 0.1, that means you're going to lose $35. If you use one standard lot, that means you're going to lose what? $350 USD, right? So just do the math accordingly. Okay. Right. Oxford FX here. Oxford, I see you. Once the liquidity be cleared, I don't know about that wisdom at Awaji, but let's just break or analyze our chart down. Okay, so yesterday, this is what happened to me yesterday. Yesterday, I took two trades. The very first one went about 40 pips in profits, and then it reversed to hit my stop loss. And if you know anything about how I manage my trade, especially with a gold trade, usually I want the my target or TP1 to be hit before I do any form of trade management in terms of putting my stop loss to break even and then taking partials or taking full profit on maybe a small account. Okay. So yesterday, trade idea was simple. We had price rally all the way down from this point. We had price starting to sell all the way. When market opened, price kept selling. And then when I woke up around this time, right, the price was somewhere around this point. And then we got our initial double bottom, right? A low was created, that was retested. I'm talking about this level right here. A low was created, retested. I got one of the strongest confirmations, right? One of the strongest confirmations that I usually go for, right? And then we saw that the market just went in our favor. Everything was good, everything was good. It went in our favor for about 40 pips, then it reversed totally. My stop loss was somewhere around this point. Okay, my stop loss was around this point. Guys, the way this candle closed, I don't really like, but let's hold. Let's hold for now. Let's hold. The stop loss is below the range, so let's hold. Also, this is our first attempt for the day. Whoa. Okay, so back to what I was explaining yesterday. But and if you look at the higher time frame, as I always do, right? 1 hour, 4 hour, you could see that even though I got my confirmations on the lower time frame for that quick buy, it was kind of tight. It was kind of tight on the higher time frame. What do I mean by that? Usually, the market to reverse, it doesn't really do that abruptly. Let's say the market drops to this level, it doesn't really just push back. You know, it plays around a bit before going back up. And the playing around a bit is what you see on the lower time frame as the double bottoms and then the typical reversal signals or reversal signs that you see. So even though I was in on that trade, I knew that there could be a possibility of as the trade that particular right. Sorry guys, but I was just handling some other things here at the moment. Okay, right. So back to what I was explaining, that usually the market will not just reverse, especially if the higher time frame is speaking a different language. I mean, prior to this buy move, the market was selling, as you can clearly see. Okay, so when the first stop loss was hit, I just took an L and then waited for the next setup. Same zone. I didn't have to change my bias. I didn't have to change my analysis. Nothing. It was it was simply in the same zone when we got our the third time market reacted in the same zone, which is the low. I got my nice more of a tweezer bottom, and I took this trade. So this one is the one that hit my take profit one. I made about 78, almost 80 pips yesterday before it reversed. So this was like a successful trade according to my trade management rules. But right after that, I personally did not take any other trade again. I personally did not take any trade again. But as you can see, at the end of the day, the bias was still right. Gold eventually bought for about from my zone that I was looking at, it went all the way up about 360 pips. Okay, but that's just topic or discussion for another day. Today is a new day, and we are here now. Today's trade idea is very, very simple, right? As you can see, price has created a low here and price retested it. So it is on this confirmation, right? This confirmation that I wanted to enter into the market. Okay, so today is a very tricky and dicey one. It's not a straightforward one at all, as you can clearly see. It's not a straightforward one because this candle, which is more of like the confirmation candle, is not entirely convincing. Why? Because of the wick. Because of the wick from the top. You know, wicks represent rejection. Okay. So anytime I'm looking to buy, I would rather want to see wicks from below the candle. But when I start seeing wicks from above the candle, it's kind of alarming, especially when I consider the size of the wick. It simply tells you the amount of pressure from the bears that are still active in that zone. And the whole idea is like this is more of like a tug of war, and we are looking forward to the bulls taking over so that we can buy at least to this highs over here. That's the whole idea. That's how simple it is. So you notice that when I open or when I share the link for the live, for those of you who were early here, we did not take our buy just yet, but it was this candle which was looking bullish, right? And then we just decided to jump on. So that's also another form of that's also another form of, I wouldn't call it a mistake, but we are already in a trade. So let's wait and see how it goes. Because at the end of the day, when the candle closed, this is a bearish candle. This is not a bullish candle. This is actually a bearish candle. So our confirmation, which was on the back of this, and then the fact that this was a bullish candle is now very, very shaky. Very, very shaky. So right now, we're just waiting to see how the subsequent candles close, right? To know what to do next. But as it stands, we are in drawdown. So let's hold. If there's any further instructions, I'll let you guys know, right? Also, I didn't put my usual my usual stop loss, which is like average 50 pips. I just decided to put this one below the range, and it gave us about 35 pips today. So that's pretty decent. That is pretty decent. So let's wait. So Rafael Sean is asking, so the proper thing was to wait for a bullish candle closure, example, and engulf it. Yes, exactly. If you want, quote unquote, safe trade, is to actually wait for the candle to close, right? Identify the candle as a proper bullish candle or bearish candle. That is if you are selling before you take your trade. But gold can be very dicey sometimes, right? What was happening? One of the reasons why we entered that trade was that with the way that candle was looking, based on the previous candle closure as well, that candle could have easily flown all the way up, and then that would have messed up our risk to reward, our entry price, everything. That's how come we took more of like a risky entry, but we are still waiting. We're still waiting. Gilo says totally interesting. Yeah, that's why we are here. We're here to learn together and trade together. If you have any questions, any further questions, make sure you drop them in the comment section below. I'll be sure to answer them. Also, another thing that I always do after everything is to check for fundamentals. If we have any fundamentals that can affect our running position or our running trades, and I usually do that from Forex Factory. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. There was no fundamentals, so the technicals kind of like did this thing. Today being Tuesday, we have fundamentals. I'm talking by fundamentals. I'm talking about high impact news. It's not as if though they are not other news. There are other news, but Forex Factory does not consider them high impact or high volume news that will affect the the market. So all we have to do is to now watch out for the high impact ones. And then we have some affecting the Australian dollar, right? We have their cash rates, RBA, risk system, and the rest, but we do not have any high impact news for the USD. So I can say that today too is also another good day, right? Clean day for us to trade. Rain says, first time for your live session. You are welcome, Rain. You're welcome. Do well to watch the previous live session to see our ground rules for the for our live stream. Also, do well to watch my YouTube channel for other content on how I trade. I have almost everything in there. Also, if you want frequent updates, you can click on the link in the description to join the Telegram community, the Rickfx Telegram community. That is where I am most active, and that is where I send all the signals and trading materials and everything, right? So you are welcome. Um, you trade only gold? Yes, for now I trade only gold for now. I trade only gold for now. Wow, guys, this is not looking good at all. Hopefully this level holds. Hopefully this level holds, and then there's some form of rejection. But if we are being honest, this is not looking good at all. But then we are still holding. Stop loss is there for a reason, and then let's keep holding. um Samson Siado says really learning a lot. Yeah, this is like real life scenario. This is what happens every day in our minds. So sometimes some of you think like we are kind of like some gods over the market. Not really. We have an edge, yes, not two ways about that, and there's experience under the belt as well. But it doesn't it doesn't remove the fact that you're going to face real life situations on the market, and then you have to um, maneuver your ways around it. So today, for instance, one of the reasons why I'm comfortable still holding this trade is that the stop loss is kind of tight, 35 pips, pretty decent based on my risk that I usually risk every day. So I'm calm. I'm calm. Brefo Ignacio says Trump announced several tariffs last night. Really? Is that the case? Let me do some quick research. Okay. Um, I didn't know about that honestly, but let's do some quick research. Ignacio says um, Trump announced several tariffs last night. Wow, we have 2 minutes, less than 3 minutes more for this candle to close, and uh, not looking good. Okay, so last night, July 7th. Wow. George Yamwa says they take effect August 1st, but actually they tend to only push good. Wow, wow, guys. Anyway, last night one was mainly for okay. I'm doing some more research, so let's just wait. We are few pips away from our stop loss actually, and this is actually not looking good. Anyway, what was announced? Less than 1 minute. Okay, less than 2 minutes more for this candle to close. Less than 2 minutes more for this candle to close. Wow. If this candle really closes bearish with no form of weak rejection from the bulls, okay, it will really take some extra market mercy for this level to just the level has not been invalidated. Don't get me wrong. The level has not been invalidated. It's still very, very much valid. It is just the confirmations for the trade, right? So let's keep monitoring. Last night's on okay. Ignacio, United States announces tariffs on the following countries: Bangladesh 35%, Cambodia 36%, Indonesia. Well, I see my people are updated, and that's good. That is really good. Until the lows on the far left gets taken out, buys have no hope. So we enter more buys after. I'm not in those, still waiting on that. Okay. Okay, George. We thank you for your submission. So if there is any other level that I'm looking at, it is this particular one here. So my first level of interest or point of interest was this low here. The next one is this green line you are seeing here. From the first stream, I explained that every green line you see on my chart, it's a 4-hour turning point. Those ones are very, very, they are kind of like major turning points and also what's pivotal when it comes to price action. So aside that being a 4-hour turning point, that is also on a 15 minutes time frame. We can clearly see that there has been some form of reactions here in the past. We had a double bottom here for a trade. Okay. Wow, guys, the candle has closed, and then um, wow. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Really, we're still waiting. Still waiting. SL hits. Let me just check because what broker are you using F4? Because my trade is literally still running. This is why I said you should use XNES. XNES. Why I say you should use XNES. They've got the best price on the market. Okay. So my trade is still running currently in just 9400 100 USD drawdown, $100 drawdown, just $100. So let's wait. So if you are, please use XNES. Click on the link in the description now to create an account with XNES. Trust me, it's the best. You don't want to mess your. Let me show you something. Let me show you why a broker is very, very important. So you know that on TradingView we have different brokers that represent different prices on the chart, right? Okay. So yesterday I was analyzing the market with this other broker. And forget about everything that you're seeing here. Forget about everything you're seeing here right now. But in real time, do you know what happened in real time? When I took my first trade, okay? When I took the first trade, and the market was in drawdown, even hit my stop loss, this broker had not updated price yet. The price actually just stopped moving. It was just hanging in there, you know. So and then when I went to the other broker, even on my XNES, price went down and took me out as stop loss. But that particular broker had not updated price yet. So It's very important the kind of broker you are trading with. Okay, so please stick to Xness. Then um, chat Whisper says, when do we put stop loss at break even? There are times where some trades goes in our direction, reverses and goes back to entry, and then goes again and hits TP2. Other times it just goes to SL. Okay, right. So I answered this question on my first live stream, but for benefit of the doubt, let me go over that again. So in building my trading management system, I've also personally encountered this particular thing that you are sharing, especially with gold. So back in the days when I used to trade currencies a lot, I usually move my stop loss to break even at I like to use pips. So 20, 30 pips, 40 pips, I put my stop loss to break even. But with gold, I realized that 20, 30 pips can also easily what reverse, especially if my target is quite high. So when I move my stop loss to break even too early, sometimes I get taken out, right? But the trade still plays out. So what I did was now I usually put my stop loss to break even when I hit my take profit one, because at that point take profit one is actually there for a reason. That is like a desirable profit take profit zone. So if price actually hits that zone and comes all the way back to take me at full stop loss, it wouldn't make sense mathematically at that point. You know, that is me throwing all the day's work in the bin. So I had to now re-strategize. So when I'm risking, let's say 50 pips, my take profit one is usually 1:1 or slightly above. So TP1 can either be 50 pips or 60 or 70, depending on the day and structure, right? So once we hit TP1, I put my stop loss to break even. If it's a big account where the risk is quite significant, I take some partials, right? Then I let the rest run. If it's usually a small account that I'm going hard on, quick 20, 30, 40 pips, I'm out. That's small account. If it's a small account that I've not really gone hard on, but I'm expecting to ride the wave all the way to take profit two, I still put my stop loss to break even and then allow the trade to run. So these are basically my trade management criteria for different account types. I hope that that answers your question. Chat whisperers, right? Wisdom Awaji says, if the candle if the candle trade breaks about the 5 minute inner high, then we can ride on a buy. Okay, so I guess you are trying to add to the analysis, but I cannot really fully understand what you wrote. But maybe let me try to make some, understanding of what you wrote. I think you are trying to say on a 5 minutes time frame, there's some inner high, and then if price breaks it, and then we can be in for uh, right, something like that. I want to believe, but as far as you are supporting our buy for the day, kudos to you. Power to wisdom. Let's keep going. And Maxim Ruben says it was later restored about 2 hours later. Yes, yes. I think it's in regard to that other broker. But 2 hours later, when my stop loss was already hit on Xness and this particular broker also stop loss was hit there, that was when that particular one was restored. So the broker you're using to trade especially is very, very important. Okay. Um Ezekiel says price at the green line. What is price at the green line? Oh, 3325.23. What's up with that price? Joshua says, what course did you study in the university? So I actually studied accounting and finance, right? I studied accounting and finance for 4 years. I have my degree in accounting and finance. So even though actively, I do not practice because I'm a full time trader now, but I still do remember my concepts, and also when it comes to economics, I'm also able to apply it when it comes to um, um, the global and macro perspective of things. I easily understand it because I have the background. So my background in the university was accounting and finance, right? Patrick Longwani says, "Good stuff, bro. But why don't you give updates in the chat when SL is hit? It will be helpful." Patrick, I think you are new here. I think you are very, very new here because when SL is hit, I give updates. But also, we rarely do hit SL, right? So if there's no update to give, why should I give updates? Bars, my nigga. Anyway, that was just by the way. But when we do hit SL, I do updates, Patrick. I do updates. So stick with us. The call Adam says, let's start $100 challenge. Very possible. We can start that. Let me just, you know how I like to do my things. I like to prepare, make sure I have the right things around it, and then I hit the ball rolling. So if you want us to start $100 challenge, yes, I've heard you. I put that into consideration and thoughts. I'm going to keep it, find a plan around it, and then we hit the road hard. Noah Stella says, which broker are you recommending? Only one broker, Xness. Xness. Click on the link in the description. You'll find a link there. Click on it, open an account. If you use that link to open an account, right, and you message me on Telegram, I'll add you to my VIP where I send trades every single day for free. All you have to do is to create that account, verify it, fund it, just fund it, send screenshots. I'll do the verifications from my back end, and then I'll put in the VIP for free. I take the every trade that I take every day. I send it there. Those of you who are in there can attest to the fact. I send it in there. Whatever money you make for yourself. Also, if you already have an SNS account and you want to be part of this VIP too, totally fine. Just message me on Telegram. I'll give you the steps to follow. You do that, and then we are ready for what, for business. Then Adimora Chika says, I see a temporary sell structure to yesterday discount PD array 3306 shorting from 3307. Wow. To be honest, I don't understand what you're saying. First things first, I see that you're saying a temporary sell. That I understand. But it looks like the rest of the things you've put together, I don't really understand. So if you can come a bit clearer, I'll appreciate. Um, which cases, what time frame are you on? I'm on the 15 minutes time frame. It's quite obvious. I'm on the 15 minutes time frame. Anyway, how many beginners do we have here? Do we have a lot of beginners here? If you are a beginner, complete beginner, just drop one. Dedicate one in the comment section. Just drop one, and then I want to take a survey to see. So Elijah says, hold on, excuse me, guys. Okay, you're back. So can you become profitable with trading with your phone? Yes and no at the same time. So it depends. Okay. It depends. This question, I get this question a lot, and let me just answer this thing here once and for all properly. If you're a complete beginner and you are learning how to trade the market and you are getting introduced to technical analysis and all of those things, the worst place you want to learn technical analysis from is your phone. You actually do need a screen to see things properly, right? Now, even those who trade with the screen can attest to the fact that sometimes there can be a lot of blind spots in the market. But by blind spots, I mean some levels that you're supposed to look at, but you didn't really pay attention, and you saw price react there and played out. So it either leads to a missed opportunity, which is a missed trade, or maybe you jumped in too early, so probably will take you out to go and tap on that price. So that's one aspect of things. So usually me, I recommend that if you are starting out, just use the phone for execution. But if you really want to do analysis, in-depth, proper analysis, especially market structure, you will need a screen. But then when you get experience, right? When you understand how price really works, you can easily trade from your phone. No two ways about that. I can trade from my phone today. If I find myself somewhere that I don't have my screen, all I have to do is to open my chart and I'll know what I'm seeing. So yes, you can become profitable trading with phone, but I don't think it's advisable to trade with only phone, especially in the beginning, and especially if you are trying to do technical analysis. If you are trying to analyze the market technically, your phone is not your best bet. Um, Maxen says your 4 hour turning point, the green line, aligns with a minor inverse head and shoulders with a major one on the 4 hour time frame. Whoa, whoa, guys, I have to investigate that. But okay, okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I see. Anyway, guys, this candle was looking good. Once again, we are headed towards another disappointment of a candle. This candle was looking very, very good and bullish. Now we have about 45 seconds more for this candle to close, and it has totally shrinked again, right? Representing what? Rejection. Okay, but at least it is a bullish candle, so we can work with that. We are still holding. We are still holding. Is he's an SMC trader? No, please. I'm not an SMC trader. I trade my usual concepts. Raphael Ishon says ICT for Sunamu. Yeah, everybody is welcome. Everybody's welcome. ICT, BDT, um, what again? Um, oh, everybody is actually welcome. Is the buy still valid? Yes, it's still valid. If you've been following what I've been saying, know that the buy is still very, very much active and valid. We are still holding. Um, so when I asked you guys to drop one if you're a beginner, I see only one person has done that. So I want to assume that most of you are not beginners. Or what time frame do you wait for confirmation on gold? Usually 15 minutes time frame. Usually I use the 15 minutes. Stella says, does this mean once I register to link, I will get to good teaching platform? When you register with a link, you are not getting to good teaching platform. Oh, guys, I think it's game over or almost game over. When you register to link, you don't get to good teaching platform. You get to good VIP signals. Stop loss hits. Stop loss hits, guys. SL hits on this account. I've lost 174 USD, which is as you can see today. So today, first trade I took, I've lost 174 USD. Stop loss hit. So what do we do? I have one last attempt for the day. One last attempt for the day. So all I have to do is to now re-strategize or reanalyze. So I'm waiting. I said earlier that there's another possible zone here, which is this horizontal ray right here. Okay, so we can wait for price to either get there, or this candle also just opened. Okay, this candle just opened, so let's wait to see how it trades. If price still closes above the range and it's a strong bullish candle, this zone will still pretty much active. But if price closes below it, then we could have that sell all the way to this level first. So first loss for the day taken. I have to now wait for the second trade, and then I'm done for the day. So if that second trade also doesn't go my way, then that means that I'll come back to the chart tomorrow, right? So um so answering the lady who asked about the gold, no, you don't get added to the gold group. You get added to the gold VIP Telegram channel where I do drop the trades every day. I see a bullish engulfing candle plus confirmation M5 time frame. Well, M5 can give you, that's the downside of M5 or 5 minutes time frame. It can give you an early confirmation sometimes, but that confirmation might not be so strong. So usually the midpoint is 50 minutes, and that's how come I use 50 minutes time frame for my confirmations. Derek says, Rick, how do you stacking or adding new positions when trade moving on gold? So stacking or adding positions, honestly speaking, honestly speaking, I don't remember the last time I did that. Since I started putting my stop loss where it's supposed to be and allowing the market to do this thing, I've been at peace. You know why? Because gold has a very funny way of moving. Usually when you're stacking or adding positions when market is already in profit, you are you are usually taking the trades at different entry prices, you know. So if you are usually taking the trade at different, let's say you took your first entry here, and then just because the candle or the trade is pushing up, you are stacking, adding more positions here. If you are stacking, then you must have the intention of closing early. That is to me though, because usually when you're stacking, you stack with either the same lot size or higher, and that increases your risk. So there's slight chance of any reversal, and the reversal might even be that you are still in profit, or maybe it reverses to your entry price because some of your new entries are here. Your account, your overall balance or P&L will be in drawdown. So stacking has its pros and cons really, and when I added two and two together, it doesn't serve me in the long run. So for now, I don't stack. I don't stack. I don't stack for now. How 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 did you build capital for your trading account? This is a very interesting question. You know, very interesting question because nowadays there's Profem and the rest, but back in the days when we started, there was no Profem, so you will have to find your way around, right? And then this also goes outside of trading. Now this is like life skills. This is you now assessing your situation personally, individually, knowing where you are in life, knowing the options that are available to you, and then making the right decisions. So I mentioned earlier, somebody asked me what I studied in university. So I mentioned earlier that I studied accounting and finance, which means that I had what, a skill that I could render as a service in terms of what, quote unquote, employment. So it starts from there. So if you're here, anybody else, maybe it's a business you have, you already have a job and all of those things, keep it. That's my procedure I'm giving you, my process. So I had to now build the habits of what? Saving. I had to save a lot of money. You work, you are paid, you are being paid your salary. You save some because you know that in the long run you want to take this trading thing serious. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. You know that in the long run you want to take this trading thing serious. Okay. So you assess your sources of income. If you don't have any, you need to create it, or you need to find ways because you cannot trade the market without capital. You cannot. These days you have prop firms available to you. You can buy prop firms, get access to large funds and whatnot, right? But as I said earlier, back in the days, there was no prop firm. So I had to save my way through building my account gradually. That's number one. But God being so good, I didn't really um stay too long in the quote unquote 9 to 5 sector though. I mean, I just did a few things here and there. It wasn't really long after school when I branched into trading. Actually, branched into trading. I finished school around 2017. Okay, 2017. I finished the university. I was done in the university. I think I was 21 years by then, right? And then I just did my mandatory national service and then one other job, and then that was it. That was when I started working with FOREX. Okay, so I kind of was fortunate to find a job in the field that I desired, which is trading. So on-hand mentorship, on-board learning, at the same time making money on the side, putting money on the side as well, saving, building my accounts, and then came in account management for me personally. For me personally, a chunk of my trading accounts also came from quote unquote investors. When I say investors, this is where some people get it wrong. This is where some people get it wrong. Now, I do not offer any form of investment, anything like that you see in the fake communities where they put their whole bring $100, I'll give you $1,000 at the end of 3 days. No, 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 no. I do not do any of that. That is a scam. If anybody actually messages you with those kind of offers, know that it's a scam and it's not coming from me, right? I'm talking about high risk investors who also message me that they want me to manage the account for them, and then I pick it up from there. Access, because I had a skill, I had a skill. I was profitable. The system was right, so I was able to manage the account, make some profits. Kept refunneling, had a proper life plan, and that's how come I built my trading account. So the options are available to you. The options are available to you. Also, you can use Profems. You can use Profems, right? Um, so as I said, stop loss hits on this first trade. We are still monitoring for same setup anyway. Same setup, that is if price closes above the range, but then if price goes all the way down, then we'll have to look for a new level. Okay. So those of you were here earlier on, I took you guys through the analytical process, the mistakes, quote unquote, the mistakes that I made today, right? So let's just keep holding on for our new trade. I hope that answers your question though, Samson Yado. I hope that answers your question. Rickfx, you are honest in your trade. Of course, 100%. Honesty and transparency is key. It is very, very key, especially if you have people following your signals or following your education. You want to be honest with them totally, because they have to know the ins and outs of what they are getting themselves into, right? Gilo 54 says normal with fire emojis. Yes, very normal. We move. Brian, keep. Sorry. Anyway, I see a sell on good because of symmetrical triangle and head and shoulders pattern on 50 minutes. Symmetrical triangle and head and shoulder pattern on 50 minutes. So this is the 50 minutes you're talking about. I think your head and shoulder is coming from probably this point being your left shoulder, and this point being your right shoulder, and then asymmetric triangle. Anyway, okay, coming from here as well. So they have this drop here and then this here. So that's like more of uh, that's more of, how do I even put it? That's a more of micro perspective of things. So me, I'm seeing things from the bigger picture blended with the midpoint intraday perspective. I don't really go lower than that. they call Adam says, what are we waiting for now? We are basically waiting to see if this level will still hold. If it's broken, then we are headed towards this green level here, which is a 4 hour turning point. Also at the same time, that used to be a previous, let me take this out so that you can see it clearly. That used to be a previous reaction zone for the 50 minutes. So if this level is broken, then we might as well wait for those zones to see what we can get. Can you do a top-down analysis? Yes, I will do that. Don't worry, I'll do that. CCC. I don't think that's your real name, but I'll do that. It's forming a falling wedge. You could say that too. At the end of the day, what I'm very confident in is that whatever is currently happening here is a pullback. And pullback takes different forms or shapes. Okay. Why am I saying it's a pullback? Because the move prior to this is a very bullish one. This is a very massive impulse. So this is more of like a pullback, and then we have a continuation. So it's a continuation that I'm looking to catch. So I'm still pretty much bullish on gold today. Anyway, guys, any more questions? Drop them in the comment section. Drop them in the comment section. Other than that, we'll have to wait. So we just had a 1 hour candle close. So let's see what we are having on the 1 hour time frame as well. Wow, 1 hour close bearish though, but 1 hour candle close bearish. But look at one important key factor as well. You see this wick here, strong rejection from the bulls in the dying minutes of the candle closing. Okay, so it's still, but it's bearish. It's a bearish candle nonetheless. Let's not forget it's a bearish candle nonetheless. But it just simply shows that the zone that we're looking at is quite a sensitive one. So it's still very much possible that we could still get our buy from there. But let's wait. But as it stands right now, we do not have a trade yet. We have trade ideas, but we don't have a trade yet. So let's wait. So this new candle has opened, is reacting up nicely. Also, the 15 minutes candle closed, but it did not close below the range as I speculated. That if the candle closes below the range totally, then we can now be confident that the level has been breached or taken out. But as it stands, the level is still valid, but we just have to now wait for a proper confirmation candle to retake the trade for the second time. And then that's it. That's it. Jay Kuva says, love the stream, say, I appreciate. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, share the link, share the stream with your friends to also come. Let's trade together, let's learn together, bring all your questions, and let's grow as a community. That's FIP retracement not effective on gold? It is. It is. Every concept you can think of can work on gold. There are days where I cut trades using just Fibonacci as well, together with market structure. I'll see if I can find some past setups for you, but Fibonacci works. But the levels that I look at, the Fibonacci zones that I look at as usually the 50%, 61.8%, and then 78.6%. Any other Fibonacci range, I'm not interested. Seems as if we were liquidated. So that is what um, some people will say. Liquidity grab, market came down, stop loss hands, and all of those things. Yes, you can say that, but this is what me I believe personally in the market. If I analyze a trade, I take my trade, I put my stop loss where it is. I am responsible for the decision I make on the market. If my stop loss is hit, my stop loss is hit. I do not say liquidity grab, or even though that could be the case, but I want to accept responsibility. Why? Because when I hit take profits, I don't say the market did something or something. I like to feel good about myself that my analysis was on point. So why is it that when you take a loss, you want to bring some English in the system? But that's okay. That's fine. In Africa in particular, says almost at entry. Okay, yes, it's almost at entry, but if you understand anything from what I've been explaining so far, you can tell that and from what you've been seeing with your eyes, you can tell how dicey the candles can be. So closure of the candle is very, very important. That was one of the mistakes that I did today. Closure of the candle, wait for the candle to close so that you can identify what candle it is properly. You don't you notice it? Allow him to ask questions about. You want to set alarm? Allow him. um, Prophet Lovey Elias reviews. Rickfx, I'm suffering from psychology, high risk and over trading. Can you help? Oh man of God, Prophet, Prophet One, Prophet, why is suffering from psychology? Why is you like risk? As you said, high risk. You are a high risk prophet. Anyway, high risk in itself is not a bad thing. Me, I will not discourage you because in this game, when you have the balls, you tend to make money in the long run. Okay. You people are laughing at the prophet. Don't laugh at the prophet, though. Man of God wants to kadosh. Allow the man of God, please. People stop laughing at man of God. Anyway, as I was saying, high risk in itself is not a bad thing because the more you risk properly, the more you tend to gain in the market. But since you are clearly suffering from this high risk and it's affecting your psychology, I want you to do an internal, how do you call that thing? Is it introspective, that kind of English? Yeah. But long story short, accept the fact that your high risk is currently not helping you in your trading journey. Put that aside, focus on learning the craft properly, focus on taking it easy, slow, and steady. Build the confidence in your trading system and then work your way around increasing your risk bit by bit gradually. Give yourself time. This thing I'm saying, I'm not saying you should do this for 1 week and say you are back. You can now risk more. No, no, no. It doesn't work like that. Only you can cure your psychology. That's one thing you should know in the market. We can teach you technicals, we can teach you fundamentals, we can teach you everything. We can even guide you on psychology. But at the end of the day, it is only you knows what you are feeling. That fear, that panic, that fear of missing out, any other thing, only you is feeling it. So you know how to measure or gauge your recovery process. So start low, take your time, assess the charts, learn properly, increase your risk gradually. You know, increase your risk gradually before you do anything. Also, one major thing that affects people's psychology on the market is um, maybe the capital is not enough, so they are over risking. That one is two ways. It's either you add more capital that will allow you to risk comfortably, or you go through the process and be a man. Anyway, that's just by the way. But I hope you got my previous submission. Are you with me? I hope you got the submission. Okay, so the candle is looking good. This is one thing I also don't like about gold. We have 7 minutes more for this candle to close, and it's already looking too good. Too good in the sense that there are two things that will happen. It's either to keep going up, increasing our risk, or it will before the price will close, or it will shrink all the way back down again, and then that is moves. But so far so good. It's looking good. Once the candle closes bullish, that will be our next attempt for this trade. And if we make profit, so be it. If we stop loss, that will be a wrap for the day. Um, Prophet says, yes, thank you very much. You're welcome. Prophet, don't forget to reach out to me on Telegram. I'll give you, let's talk more. Let me see how, where you are psychology wise. Let me see how best I can assist on a personal level. Maybe this is a live stream, so there are some things that you cannot stay here. I understand, no problem. Message me at Rickfx, Rick_FX on Telegram, or just join the community and go to the profile. You see the admin handle there. Just send me a DM. We'll talk. Africa in particular, thanks for all you do for the community. I appreciate. I'm here to serve. And if you have any ideas of how best I can help you guys, feel free to DM me, right? Let's do more things this year. Let's grow together. Very, very important. Tulani in Tulani, the name sounds like you're South African. I want to be sure. King, do you trade the news? If you do, we'll go buy today on CPI 6 in sold on, and is today CPI? First is first. Let's check. We checked earlier and there is no fundamentals, USD fundamental today. So I don't know what CPI are talking about. That's number one. Number two, on my previous live stream, I mentioned it clearly that I do not trade news. I do not trade fundamentals directly. I can understand them and interpret them, but due to the irregularities of fundamentals these days, I avoid them at all costs because I make money without them anyway. I make money without the fundamentals, so I don't need them right now, quote unquote. I guess he's so addicted to the chart, that's why he's always overtrade. No, it's not really about addiction, no. So overtrading here it creeps in. It creeps in from it starts with usually revenge trading, especially when you take a trade and you take a loss. You quickly want to recover something. So if you take the next trade and it doesn't go well, what do you think will happen again? You continue. Even if it goes well too, what do you do? What do you think you do again? You want to make more money. So it's not really about addiction. It comes more from a place of indiscipline. Indiscipline simply means that not having ground rule set. Do you think that me wanting to trade just 2 times a day is random? No, it's not random. It's not random. I did the math and I realized that in the long run, I win if I follow that rule. So the days where I decide not to do that, what will happen to me? Exactly. And I'll have myself to blame for that and I have to accept the responsibility for that. Yesterday, after my second trade, gold still moved. I actually did see opportunities to take more buys, but I had to be disciplined and let all of that 360 pips go yesterday just because I'm following what my rules. I had already maxed out on my risk for the day. So it really comes from a place of discipline. Trust me, guys. It is more of discipline than any other thing. So you got to be that. You have to be that guy. Trading is usually what you become in the end. We have 3 minutes more. Candle is still looking good. I think by now the 5 minutes warriors are already in the trade, excited. But we are still monitoring. Guys, I don't like this thing. I don't like this at all. 3 minutes to look at what the candle is doing. Guys. Anyway, price is back to our entry. This is where I pay close attention because we might be able to make a decision before the candle closes once again. Right? Let's see what we can get. Guys, let's take the buy again. Let's take the buy again. Let's take the buy again now. 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 Same stop loss. Or let's change the stop loss. Wait. Take the buy again now. Take the buy again now. It's time for business, guys. So we have 27 seconds more. I think we are in good hands. Just that obviously when the next candle opens, it might pull back a bit. But this is a very better confirmation compared to the first one that we took. I'll send you messages. Check for me. Guys, we are looks like we're already in profit. We are already in profit. We are 20 pips running. 20 pips running. 20 pips running, guys. 20 pips in profit. So you see, this is anyway, our TP1 is at the top, not this one. So you guys, everything that I explained happened live, you know. This is no fugazi. This is what we do every day. We do this every day. Currently 20 pips in profit. But we'll have to recover our loss for the day first. Our loss was 35 pips, right? And hopefully the take profit one will do that. Hopefully take profit one. So as I explained earlier, this is our last attempt for the day. Once again, the trade is me. I took the trade again. No? So there is it. First one, we took a loss, $174. Currently, we're in another one, running $39. So hopefully, our TP1 alone should recover our loss and then put us a bit in profit. Then TP2 and the rest will do the rest for us. But this is a much more confident setup, right? Compare this confirmation to the one that we took earlier. You could tell that this is the real move. And it happens sometimes, guys. It happens sometimes. So let's just wait. Okay. Let's just wait. Anyway, If you are enjoying the session and you are gaining value from what we are doing, drop some fire emojis in the comment section. Drop some fire emojis. Raphael Eshon says this should have been the entry candle. Exactly. It should have been. MB says you are right, Rick. Discipline. Yes. Discipline is key. Discipline is what will take you far in this game. Discipline is what will take you far. Guys, let's drop some fire emojis. Share this. Share this. If you like what we are doing so far, drop some fire emojis in the comment section. Drop some fire emojis. So we are currently in the trade. 20 pips up so far. Let's see how far we go. Same SL. Yes, I'm using the same stop loss. King, it's my first time on this channel. It's been 20 something minutes, but I'm enjoying it. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Do make sure to join us every Tuesday, same time. We usually come live 4 a.m. GMT. If you're in South Africa, that should be like 6 a.m. In Nigeria, it's 5 a.m. Okay, so Tuesdays, I do this with the community for free. We just come, analyze, trade together, we make money together. All you have to do, the only requirement is that you come here with a live account. Very, very important. Come here with a live account so that we can make some money together. I see the fire emojis coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Let's literally set fire to the trade. Anyway, but that aside, if you have more questions, any more suggestions, anything you want to ask me, you can feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll be sure to address it. For now, we wait. We are in comfortable lead. We are in good profits. 20 pips though. 30 for the TP1 is 52 pips or 50 pips. So let's wait. Oja fire. Oja, that's like headless YouTuber vibe, yeah. Bernard Texas says it's also my first time and I've really learned a lot. Appreciate. Be rest assured I'm going to learn more, bring you guys more value. Abraham Davis says, Rick, can I still enter? You can, but that will mean that you have a different entry price. So entry price is literally here. And then if you put your stop loss where we put ours, that is you risking the usual 50 pips. So that's a very risky entry. So you can if you have the if you want to take the risk, but Rick, would a live session be saved on your YouTube channel? Yes, it will be saved so you can rewatch it. Hey Rick, why do you like trading at this time period? So what I usually like to do is I usually like to capitalize on pre-landing session moves or landing session moves. I like to come in when I know that there will be volume in the market. You understand? So and then it favors my my routine as well. I'm in Ghana. Around this time, I should be up anyway, so it favors my routine. Technology video says we need to hold the trade. Yes, you held the loss, so why would you not hold this one? Hold, bro. So when you teaching us a day strategy, we can use to make money ourselves. That is why I have the mentorship session ongoing. Right? If you're in the community, you can see that I've announced mentorship session is July batch. You come in there, I teach you everything you need to know about trading gold, like me on a daily basis. Okay? Same thing I do, you replicate it. This time around, you're able to do it without even my assistance. In the beginning stages, obviously, after teaching you, I'll have to guide you. We do online sessions. We do live trading together every Monday with my inner circle. And then Tuesdays, I do it with all of you here for free. So if you want that in-person, everyday trading, you have to just join the mentorship. The session is currently running. I've posted details in the community. So if you're not in the community, click on the link right now in the description to join the community. Just go there or message me, Telegram, ask me how to join the mentorship, and then I'll give you the procedure or steps. It's as simple as that. Hey Rick, let's start $100 challenge next week. The call is very, very hyped for the $100 challenge. Don't worry, we'll do something, don't worry. But definitely not next week though. How did your family members reacted when they first knew you make money trading? Did you tell your friends who never knew trading? I'll answer your question. I'm coming. Currently, we are up 30 pips. Okay, no, almost, but not really 30 pips, almost. But so far, so good. The trade is good. Few pips to 30 pips. 30 pips smash, guys. 30 pips running. 30 pips running. 30 pips running, guys. 30 pips running. Thirty pips running. Guys, 30 pips running. Drop some fire emojis if you're enjoying this. Drop some fire emojis. So we're currently up $133. Remember, we took a loss of 174 on this account. Now I'm currently up 140 or $150. So let's see. By TP1, everywhere should be clean, calm, nice, and smooth. So we're good. We really are good. Few pips to 40 pips. I just want TP1 to be hit and then we're good. So we have 30 pips currently running, 30 pips running. 40 pips, guys. 40 pips running. We are in profit. Gold is running 40 pips in profit currently. So this is how I do it every morning. Easy peasy. Yet again, another successful live session, guys. Are you making money or it's a long story? If you're making money, let me know how much you're making so far. Comment how much you're making so far in the comment section now. Comment how much you're making. You're a few pips away from TP1. Let me know how much money you're making. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. Yet again, another successful live session. We are currently on a trade with about 100 people joining our trade live today. We currently are in this trade, we're making money, profit, few pips to take profit one. As you can see, Emma is making $400. 83 cedis, okay, $400 right here, $1,000 in profit, $80, $15, $700, right? So far, so good. We are all making money, right? Shit. On my $50 account with 0.01, I'm $3 in profit. That's good. That's good. You don't want to risk too much because it's a $50 account, so that is your risk. So totally fine. Ezekiel Kwe says if a candle hits your zone and gives you an engulfing, do you go for the lower time frame to wait for small retracement or just take the trade? I think Ezekiel, your question will be much more answered when I do the comprehensive top-down analysis breakdown of how I actually do all the charts. So don't worry, we'll address that in another session. But don't forget, remind me. Goal Getter says, Rick, please, how do you easily always write it when you are running profits? Do you use bots? I'm just curious. No, I don't use bots. I just copy the previous message that I've written and then send it again. I mean, yeah. Or when I'm even writing it, it's pretty fast. It's not difficult to follow. Boss, please, what lot size is advisable to use on a 5K funding account? So the funded account, 5K, is it your personal account or Profem? If it is Profem, then you have to reference the rules of the Profem to set your stock your lot size. Now, what do I mean by that? If the Profem says your daily drawdown is usually 5%, 5% of $5,000 account is $250, right? So it means that you have to use a stop loss, a loss size that will reflect that. So this particular setup, for instance, that is a 35 pip stop loss. If you use one lot, that is $350, which is way more than your Profem daily loss limits. So what does that mean? You have to reduce your loss size. Sorry. So you have to keep using adjusting till you find the right one. But that's how to go about it. If it is a personal account, the question you want to ask yourself is how much of that $5,000 account can you risk comfortably, right, on a trade? So if it is $250, you do your math. If it is $100, you do your math. If it is $500, you do your math. It will all depend on what your risk appetite. Finance profit. So I've answered your question. Um, the call says I'm passing my 50K account today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. African in particular, Chef Ricky, thanks for the daily bread. Came with demo account last week and live account today, and my small account is up $7. That's what I'm talking about. You see, that's what I'm talking about. $7 simply means they are Nigerian. Nigerians like to call dollars. So let's say you end up making like 10 or $15. A small account, and you convert it to naira. You know how much that is? Daily bread sorted. So real account over demo account any day. Real account over demo account any day. Um, how to determine the number of pips running because the ruler just shows 3.0 when it says 30 pips. So with gold, when you drag it, for instance, when you drag it here, this is 40. So with gold, look at this. The figure after the brackets, okay? So over here you see 418, but you always ignore the last one. So it's the first two. So in this case, it's like 41 pips, approximately 40 pips. So that is how to measure it. Um, when is Kojo Forest coming back to Ghana? We miss him pretty soon. I'm sure. I'm sure you'll be in Ghana soon. Don't worry. Orakpo Seman says it's my first time watching your live, and I must say I've been glued to watching it, and I usually don't enjoy watching live sessions. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate the feedback. Let's do more. Let's do more together, guys. Ah. Hmm. Ask again, if we're ruder. Secret of Profem is going hard on one trade. Go hard or go home. Anyway, that could work, That could work, especially if the trade is a good one. But if it's not, but me personally, if I have to trade a Profem, this is what I'll do though. Instead of going small, trying to risk over small, I just take my daily. I usually will take my daily loss for the day, divide it into two. You know how I have two attempts, so divide it into two and use like the maximum loss size as possible per trade. That's all. You don't want to waste too much time on profit accounts though. If your system is good, you should win more than you lose. Musoya says, shout out from your Lifetime Signals channel guy. Shout outs to you, power to you. Let's keep making money together. Christine Gloria Cabana says, what is the logic behind the setup today? Christine, I think you are late. So what I can do for you is once the session ends, it will be on my YouTube. So go over, watch it from the beginning to the end. You see the proper breakdown of how we made money together today. Guys, I just want to be smashed so that I can be out of your way, guys. It's been a good 1 hour 35 minutes with you guys so far. And at least we are making money today. So let's just keep holding and see how far we go. Christine Cabana says thanks. You're welcome, Christine. Manap says, what time frame break? Um, 15 minutes time frame. Goal Getter says, what is your best advice for a trader that has little capital? So my best advice for a trader that has little capital is find capital at all costs. But that's just by the way. Second one is make sure you get so good at trading. You cannot lack capital and lack the skill at the same time. That's an error. So once you don't have the capital now, learn freaking hard. Learn freaking hard. Get so good at trading. So that when the capital eventually comes in as well, you don't find yourself wanting. Because trust me, most traders think capital is the issue until they get access to capital. Then they realize that, oh, you don't even have the psychology to even handle the capital that you were desiring. It's deeper than that. We all have our limits. We all have our limits, and you have to grow into it. So learn freaking hard, get so good at trading, work your way around to get capital any means possible. I gave the blueprint area earlier. You can follow that. You can follow Profems, whatever it is that work for you, guys. Just find capital. You need capital and knowledge to make money in the market. So you cannot compromise one or the other. The two of them are needed for the mix to happen. Can I hold for a long run to TP2? Yes, of course. I gave you the parameters as well to holding the trade. So make sure you follow that. God Beef says, next month I will buy a prop firm and trade it with only your live trades. Let's do that. Let's do that. Rich case. Say, Rick, please, after TP1, do you hold close through your stop loss or take partials? So Rich is also late. You're so late because I literally dropped the trade management criteria or rules in the in the comment section. Sorry, not comment section, in the video. So you two wait when the session is over. Let me do some water. You two wait when the session is over, then you can go and watch the recording. 6 minutes more for this particular candle to close. Now, what we are waiting for is just another push. Okay, what we are waiting for is just another push. Some of you might be wondering what I'm doing with the MT5 sounds. No, I was just setting my stop loss. So I forgot to put stop loss for the accounts. So I just officially put it there. So it's running though. So stop loss is there. I don't know if you can see, but the trade is still very active and running. And it's a real account. Can we put SL at break even? No, not yet. Somebody is scared though. I think Deco is a little bit scared. Anyway, stop loss at break even usually is after TP1. So let's wait some more. Let's wait some more. Wouldn't the trade hold on that resistance? What resistance are you talking about? If it's the one that is currently there, that's why TP1 is there anyway. If it's the other one, that's why TP2 is there. Then the rest is like just vibes for the day. This move has the potential to do another 300 pips once we break out of the major resistance on the head and shoulders neckline. Yep, this move actually has a good potential. Strictly still based on the candle that closed earlier. So let's wait. Man, please, Rick, how do you determine TP1? People were very late to this live session, right? I'm very sure. People were very late. People were very late to the session. So, because I've spoken about this in the session extensively, so you rewatch that again, please. Guys make what they don't want to agree make profit vanish. That's true because 40 pips actually is a lot of pips though, So if you know, that's why I said I give the criteria already. Oh. If you know you are risking hard, all of those things, 40 pips and the rest is you should see good profit. Those are the times that you should be closing because you don't want to witness another drawdown. You don't want to do that. But if you are risking normal risk and the rest, that is when the holding is fine, like hold to TP1 and the rest. So different strokes for what different folks. Wow. So we are still holding, guys. Let's still hold to see. Wait, please, how do you flip? What time frame? We'll address that in another session. I'll address how you can flip properly. I get exams tomorrow, but look at me, fully active. Active. We are active. Wait, please, why didn't you put your stop loss at the wake of the rejection? I can actually put it there. That's actually very safe or safer. I just wanted us to, risk minimal today a bit. So the 35 pips is fine. Do you always cook at 4 a.m.? Yes, from 4 a.m. going, I'm active to cook. I'm praying it comes back to entry so I can add all my positions. Others to the pray say it goes up. Share. I'm even part of the others praying that it goes up. You are saying back to entry to add what? Guy. Guy, go and sleep. Where were you when we were adding our entries anyway? That's just by the way. But it has to go up. It's only up from here. We active like Belacqua active. Bars, my nigga, bars. We active like Belacqua active. Bars, my nigga, bars. Anyway, so this is the part. This is how the job really is. It's 90% waiting, 10% execution, or let me even say it's just 5% or even 1% execution. The rest is just waiting. So you wait for the setup, you place the trade, you wait for the trade to play out. Ejumano there, no, I don't know. Active, active. Help me ask some more. Soon I'm opening my academy in Kenya, Nairobi, from brick to the world. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Open all academies. Kenya, I will have to be in Kenya soon, connect with. How many of you are from Kenya here? you're from Kenya, drop your flags. Let me see. As a matter of fact, let's do another survey again. Let me know what country you are from, so that I want to see some statistics to know what country to visit next, to see what traders I can link up with next. Let's You never know, we might have a good session in person in your country. So let me know what country you are representing in the comment section. What country are you representing? Okay, Ghana, obviously my people. Uganda, Kenya, Somalia. Oh, they call Adan. I thought, wait, is Somalia and Kenya, are they in the same place or something, or are they, because you say you're opening an academy in Kenya, Nairobi, then you say you're from Somalia, like guy, or am I tripping? Ghana, Kenya, Somalia, Ghana, Nigeria, Ghana Volta region, Ghana. You wanna come see in Ghana from Kenya? You should visit SB, Dubai, Kenya. You're Somalian, but you're living in Kenya. Oh, okay, makes sense now. Nigeria is in the building. Some more Nigeria, some more Ghana. Active, active. Go Getter says, Rick, please, how did you realize you're a good trader? I'm trying to go back in time to see how I realized I was a good trader. How? How did I realize? How did I realize? How did I realize? Can I say the Lord told me I'm a good trader? Anyway, that's it by the way. I'm coming. I'll answer your question, don't worry. Rick, did you hear about the teachers 400,000 cities lost, and what is your take on it? So first things first, I saw that news. I don't know how true it is because I cannot verify it. People like to play around with numbers a lot. 400,000 cities is a lot of money to risk on the market in the first place. Also, you cannot. I cannot verify that news. First things first. People like to make things up, and if it is true, if it is true to these things, a lot of people come into the game without seeking proper information, and then they just try to put money in the market, and they think it's some gambling site to come and it's a whole lot of decisions to go into that. So that is why we are here, and we are always preaching education, knowing what to do. Those of you who have been with you for a long time, those of you who have gone through the racks, those of you who have studied the market properly, when you hear such news, what do you think? Exactly. That's the same way we also think. Like, make it make sense, bro. What were you doing? So that's what lack of information can do to you. Just can't put any money in the market and then just, you know, as Steven is saying, all be settings. Yes, all be settings. no verifiable information source, then you just count Twitter says 400,000. I mean, until that thing is actually proven or verified, me, I don't take things on the surface level. I don't believe things just like that. I want to see or have proper proper credible source tell me, then I know that okay, it is what it is. But if it is true too, I've already given you my take. Victor Elo says, where exactly do we put SL at break even on a rally trade? I said personally, I put SL at break even when I hit TP1. So when we smash TP1, we can do that. Take partials, put SL to break even. You can take full profit as well if it's a small account. If it's a big account, you take partials, you let the rest run because the move has potential. Simple stuff. This is where the skill of holding a trade comes to play. Exactly. So we are doing everything. We are doing everything on this live. We held the loss together. So why would you not hold the profit together? Hold. Almost 6 a.m. So we've been here from 4 a.m. almost 6 a.m. 2 hours of work so far. 2 hours of work. So this thing is not as easy as it looks though. So if you have $500 capital, is it advisable to fund $50 and be growing it and keep using it till the 500 grows or exhausts? Or is it better to trade with the whole 500? Once again, it really boils down to your personal risk. If if you think your risk and stomach you risking $500 on the setup, you can go for it. But once again, if $500 is truly all the capital that you've gathered so far, it is not prudent to just put it on one trade with a to just put it on one trade because you are playing in an area where probabilities is what drives the game. It's a game of probability and nothing is certain. So if $500 is all of your your profits, sorry, your capital, and it's not prudent to put all of it on the line. Okay, so you can find the $500, but risk, gradually to grow it. Risk a percentage of it. I personally will risk a percentage of it, but currently, I think I'll risk like minimum $100 per trade because I want to grow the account a bit faster too. If you are risking too small, I'm watching the charts. Don't worry, I'm watching the trade. There's a bit of retracement, but let's keep holding. Um, if back to what I was saying, because I want to grow the account a bit faster too, so I'll risk minimum $100 per trade. That means I have 5 attempts, 5 losses in a row, and I'm done. And that's unlikely with my system. So even if I take first loss, second loss, yes, it can be tough. But what is important is to just keep the psychology in check, be calm, and believing in the system and the mathematics that in the long run, one good trade can just put me back at break even and even subsequently some profits. Okay. So that's how me personally I'll go about it. So it all depends on your risk appetite too, though. So we've been in this trade for 15, 30 minutes now. Currently headed towards 45 minutes, and I mean it is what it is. This is how the market usually moves. So it will playing around, and then we can have one massive candle just push price and then close it. So we wait. We wait for real. We wait. Just that the candle closing bearish is not really encouraging, but we have to wait. It's part of the price movement. It's part of the price movement. Sean says H1 closes soon. The next candle is where the volume comes. It's very possible. Very possible. So I mean, it has closed. It's just even closed. It's 6 o'clock a.m. now. It's closed. It's a very bullish candle, even though there's a way from the top, but it's bullish. So it's good. The rest of the day is looking good, right? So we are still holding. Um, MB says the market does not move like a tap water. That's funny. Sometimes it does, though. Sometimes it moves like a tap water, especially when it's going to hit your stop loss. It can just finish you quick. Yeah. Also, sometimes to in profits. Rafael says the H4 open at 8 a.m. will be astronomical. Hey, I like your jargons. Rafael is, I think he's a candle man. He works at the candle factory. He and the candles, they like, H1 will be, H1 will be what? H1 will bring the volume. H4 will be astronomical. Wow. English matters. Your first is the candles speak to me. Yeah, the candles have to speak to you. That's fine. Nuru Rashid says quietly enjoying Rick's life. Let's go, let's go. Drop some fire emojis. Bashiru, I lose 2 million in the market. Hey, 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 hey. 2 million what? Bring evidence. 2 million what? 2 million Kenyan shillings or 2 million naira or 2 million USD or what exactly? Do you take trades at night if you didn't find one in London session? If I don't find a trade in London session, up next is New York. If I don't find a trade there too, that's fine. And I hardly trade at night because most times I'll be asleep. But if I'm awake and the setup is good, I can trade. But also, I'm okay with my routine for now. So I don't like to do extra things. Like I just come in London, make money, go, you know. Bashiru says 2 million Ghana cedis. That's a lot of money, Bashiru. You have to back this with evidence. Send the evidence into my DM. The evidence of you losing 2 million Ghana cedis into my DMs. Farrell, that's it. Boss, do giveaway for we that join your stream, man. Don't worry. Very soon we'll do giveaway. But you should do giveaway for me. When are you going to do giveaway for me, guys? When are you going to do giveaway for me? But don't worry, yes. I'll consider that to factor in some giveaways as well as time goes on. We need evidence, bro. Yes, we need evidence, bro. It means 20 cities. I don't think it's 20 cities, but we need evidence regardless. The Kuchi swamps. Don't worry, Chef. God will reward you mercilessly. Amen. You to your reward is in heaven. Guys, I don't like the way this candidate is behaving at all, but we're still holding. Just that one push. Just that one push. Rick, please, do you ever take entries on the 4 hour time frame for gold or any other pair that you trade, or you simply adopt 50 minutes for trading start? So for gold, I use that 4 hour just for structure. I don't take entries on 4 hour because most times the stop loss will be way too big. Other pairs, yes, you can do that. On a normal day, after hitting full TP, These to take another trade to max out number of trades. No, the number of trades to two is actually even if the first one doesn't go well, like today. First one lost, second one, then if it goes well, then that's it. Second one lost again, I'm done. But if I take the first trade and I make profits, I'm done. I'll come the next, I'm done for the day. It's a lot of fun to watch the market play out. It is. It really is. Especially if you are risking properly. If you are not risking properly, it's not. It's not fun. Oh. It's not fun at all. Thanks, bro. You're welcome. Like somebody should play the box by the race so that the market will pump. You can play for us. At this point, you might as well play for us because we need that pump. We need that pump. We need it. We need it. Now let me teach you guys something about price action a bit too. And why I'm kind of still confident in the setup. Okay. So you see, the size of candles also matter because size of candle, as Raphael said earlier, represents volume in the market. Okay. And that's how come the first confirmation failed because the candle was not so big. Also, we had a lot of wicks from the top. Now, if you notice something here, it took just two candles, okay? It took just two candles from price to move from this point to our 40 pips running, okay? Just this candle and this candle. Currently we are in drawdown, but it's taking us like three candles. So if you do the mass or average, you can tell that the bulls are kind of still like bigger than the bears, and that's how come I'm still quite confident that this thing should just find a way to what to push up. So Nicola says, Chef, how have you mastered the vim to be holding trades for long, even in retracements? I mean, I've seen the market play out over and over again. I've noticed that that is the nature of the market. That's how the market moves. So that is why risk management is actually key. Oh. If you really want the peace of mind to hold setups, it comes from risk management. Because whether I like it or not, the market will do what it has to do before it will hit your take profits or your SL. I cannot change that. So I gotta be calm about it and let the market do its thing with proper risk management. So that's where the hack is coming from, or that's where the secret is. I beg some heavy duty loss size users exactly. So MB, some of you remember when somebody was asking earlier how to stack blah blah blah, stacking in profits. If you stack, for instance, in profits, your entry price is not even as or where we are currently in slight drawdown. Your entry price is at the top. So you can imagine what will be happening to your account by now. You probably have been blown or something, you know. And then, but if you stack or if you use heavy loss size, this is why I also advise that the first wow, today good is not really good. Doesn't want us to rest today, but we will win. If you believe we will win, drop some fire emojis. Account blown. How is your account blown, Ezekiel? How is your panic? As a panic, how is your account blown, Ezekiel? How on earth is your account blown? That is you over risking, right? I spoke about proper risk management earlier. That is you over risking for your account to blow. Gold is not good in today at all. It's not, but it is still good. We are still waiting. Still waiting for that push. So a few minutes for the candle to close, and you can see that strong, massive rejection. It's also a good sign. Good sign that the bulls are still very much active. Few seconds more for the candle to close. Just FC says I believe we will win. Yeah, I believe we will win today too. So let's hold. Let's hold. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. But do you do one-on-one in person trading? I do one-on-one session, but it's online. It's not in person for now. Guys, not looking good, but we are still holding. No, that it's okay. It's too good. We are holding, but I just don't like the stress. This is the stress that comes with trading. Days like this, trading not fun, but we are still holding. We're still holding though, so the trade is still running. As I said, very much active, live and real. So I'm trading with you guys. Just fly, just gold is gold wants to blow accounts today before finally moving. But we are waiting, patiently waiting. 'Rick, please Rick, kindly drop the SO price again. The SO is on the screen. 3329.00. 3329.00. It's on the screen. Oh, let me see. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. go up. Just go up. Just go. Just go. Let's go. Let's go. If you comes to my drawdown, it means you value it. Oh yes, simple. It's facts. It's just that. If you can't, nobody is immune to pain on the market. So if you are feeling it, it means that you currently are you over leveraged. The last live session we were done within like an hour. We made our profit and we were gone. Today we are here for a bit longer. It's been 2 hours already. 2 hours 20 minutes already. Once again, if you are here, you've not subscribed to a channel, kindly subscribe, like this video, okay? Share the link, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, read the description. Read the description, you're going to see everything there. The link to join my Telegram channel where I give the updates every day. The link to create my brokerage account. That is the account, that is the broker that I use to trade. Has perfect pricing, on time execution, tight spreads. It's ideal. It's ideal for trading gold. That's Xness. Click on the link in the description to join it. Also, I have an offer for you, right? If you're new, click on it, create an account, send me a DM on Telegram that you've created an account, verify it, fund it, and I'll add you to my VIP for free, where I drop the signals every day for free. Just fund the account, live account, main business. Create the account with a link, fund it, verify it, fund it, and DM me on Telegram. I'll add it to there. I'll do my background check to just make sure that you are actually have funded, and then I'll add you, and then we make money every day. Also, if you already have an Xness account, message me at RICK_FX on Telegram, or when you join the Telegram community, just go to the bio, you see the admin there. That's my handle in there. You join, and then my handle is in the description, in the admin box. You message me, and then we take it from there. So that's the offer I have for you guys today. It's entirely free. So gold is doing its typical thing. It's about to fly. Hopefully. Because it's long overdue. I mean, it's long overdue. Let's fly. Let's make some money, guys. That boy that said he wants price to come to the entry, I hope he has. Yes, so yeah, we hope. We hope. The boy that said, the one who prayed, God answered his prayer. He prayed that he wanted the. He prayed that he wanted the. He wanted price to come down. It has come down, so we hope that he has entered, because we are about to fly. We are about to fly. Oh, MB, yeah, you've added the positions already. Yeah, good. Rafael says he has tested me on Telegram. I'll respond to that. Okay, I'll respond to that. Guys, it's looking good now. Hopefully this candle closes bullish, and then it's game over. So if you notice the price action here, you can see that like the bears are struggling to print the candles, but anytime the bulls actually come in, it's more of like a massive candle. That is what I was speaking about earlier. That is, those are the things that you should look out for when you're in a trade, to be able to tell if the setup will hold. Those are the signs to look out for. Please, what's the TP2? TP2 is just there. It's about I think it's 3349. Let me just check the exact figure for you. So take profit two is, I mean, I've sent a signal in the community also. If you're not in the community, make sure you join. Make sure you join. Very, very important. Take profit two is 3344.00. Yeah. Take profit two is 3344.00. I'm pasting the link to the community right now in the chat box. If you're not in, just join. So that's the link to the community. If you're not in, just click on it to join. If you are comedy, say fasten your seatbelts, we are about to fly. Let's fly, let's fly. Guys, let's join the community. You can also join the inner circle mentorship. Yes, MB is one of my top mentees. He's currently trading with me. He's learned from me as well. So join the community. And don't forget, we have good man, good man. What's it this? Anyway, we are still holding. Today's a rough day. 3 minutes more for this candle to close though. But how do you join the inner circle? So the inner circle usually comes from their mentorship. So as I said, I do mentorship every month, advanced session. This month is currently the July one. You message me to register, you join, I teach you. After teaching you, I add you to the inner circle, which basically means lifetime mentorship. So that is where every Monday we trade together live, we do analysis together, we take trades together. So it's a complete package just to make sure that you are on course, you grow gradually. That's pretty much how to join the inner circle. Samuel Sefa don't make me laugh. He said Ghost actually messing with our quote unquote this morning. Guys. Guys, Rickfx is the best mentor you can have. He holds your hands and takes you step by step through your journey. Appreciate the feedback. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure, and I hope to do more for the community and everyone that follows my journey. That's why it's currently retracing to the app. Would that possibly affect gold to sell? I don't correlate gold with any other thing. I trade gold as and how I see it. At least for now. If there's any changes in the future, I'll keep you updated. So the candle is looking good again. So you saw that drop. That drop looks like the candle was going to be a bearish one, but I mean we still have a minute more, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We want to really, really be patient. And but it's looking good again. Hopefully we just fly, man, because I'm tired. Tired, but it's part of the work. So do you check the SY when trading the SAUSD? No, I don't. Whatever I do is what I share with you guys on a live session. I don't check the SY when I'm trading gold. If you that says Kadosh, Fire emoji, fire emoji. Let's keep the fire burning. Rick, please, when did you realize you were a good trader? Hey, go get that. You and this question again. So, um, for me, as I said, I started learning how to trade in 2017, 2018. Okay, that's when I started learning how to trade, the basics and everything. Then back then, we were so heavy on indicators, back then was indicators. So anything you learn will have to do with indicators and whatnot. That was that era. And that was even the era where, so the candle just closed. It's a very good one. Candle close, good one. Hopefully the next one doesn't stall. It just takes us to TP1 at least, TP1. So back to my story, yeah. So we learned all of those things, learned indicators, and back then we didn't even use trading view. You see the MT5, the MT4, sorry. Back then there was no MT5, only MT4. And the MT4 you see on your phone, there was a desktop version, okay? Laptop, computer version. And that is what we use for analysis. It was very, very rigid, you know. You see the flexibility you have with the trading view, compressing your charts. No, it's very difficult to do that on the MT4. So you use that with a couple of indicators. Name them the Bollinger Band, the whatever, whatever, went through the racks. Then, so my mentor obviously was Coach Forest. So that's how come I met Coach Forest very early, very, very early on in my career. I've had only one mentor. I've not really studied from anywhere again, only one mentor, which is like Coach Forest, very early on in the career. He taught me the basics, everything. And then he also went on his personal journey to find his, find his fit, find his edge, advanced session vibes, So fast forward 2020, COVID, 2019, 2020, when COVID really hit and trading really became like a household thing. We were still in the system or in the game, but that's when things really started picking in terms of clarity on the chart because that was a new wave of what price action. So once again, I learned that all of that from Coach Forest once again. Price action, the current systems that we use, top-down analysis, like do away with all of the indicator. So learning that it took me about like let me say 2 months to 3 months to just fully grasp the concept. We were coming from let me say me personally, I was coming from something else. I was coming from indicator era, so I had to like unlearn those things and relearn. It's a process. So it took a little bit of a time, but I was able to grasp the concept within like 2 to 3 months. When I say grasp the concept, not that when I read, I don't understand. No, when you read, you understand. But you see, there's something in trading. When you start practicing, there's an aha moment. Like now, I debug the thing, like I feel apply for the chat. That is what I'm talking about. By reading, watching the calls, those things there, that same day now, you understand what the person is saying, but applying it, trying it on a daily basis, that is where it becomes like, So from there, I was usually trading on a 4 hour time frame, trading currencies. I was not even trading gold. I was not trading gold that much. Just once in a while. GBP USD. Those of you in my channel for a very long time, you can know a lot of GBP USD signals coming on a daily basis. It was good. It was good times, sweet times. Then somewhere around last year, so should I say last 2 years, because we've been trading gold now for like a year plus now, right? You're headed towards 2 years trading gold. I I I I I was interested in gold, you know. Why? Because I liked the volatility of gold. I realized that gold is like fast money, you know, even though it can be dangerous. So I was just questioning myself, how how best can I capitalize on this movement in gold? Like, because whether I like it or not, it's still good money. Let's see. And that's how come I went on that research as well. I didn't have to change anything about my strategy anyway. What I was applying on the 4 hour time frame, I just found a way to tweak it, you know, do a deeper correlation between the time frames,
juggle in between back test, and then things started becoming clearer, and I was able to what find this perfect system that I used to trade gold. So if you ask me when did I realize that I was good at trading, it's a process, and I don't know when exactly, but I hope my story will give you a clue on when exactly I knew that I was good at trading, and yeah, and exactly I knew I was good at trading. Rick, you know what? God bless you. I go bring your flowers soon. I appreciate it. God bless you too. God bless you too. Nice candle closure. Yeah, so nice candle closure, but see what the next candle is doing. Nonetheless, we still wait. Boss, it has been my dream to see you in person. I want to have a picture together with you. Are you in Ghana? If you're in Ghana, it's very possible. Don't worry. One of these days, we'll just we'll meet one of these days either at a program. Anyway, anyhow. You definitely, if you're in Ghana, the odds are higher, way higher. So yeah, definitely get a picture. When you do finally get a picture with me, make sure you let me know that day that you were the one. And you were lucky you had a friend whom you could be with very closely and mentored you. Some of us, get that much. Yes, I'll count myself very lucky and extremely blessed because I didn't have to go through the racks of trading to learn a whole lot of things. You know how prolonged, even my own mentor, his journey was prolonged because he had to study on his own. So you know how those things usually works. You learn, till you find. I was given the source, like take in this, learn them, just do your part. Yeah. So that's like exactly what I'm also trying to replicate with my mentees and all of that. I really, if they're here, you can ask them. I really streamline them to make them know that what you're looking for, there's nothing really out there. Oh. Like the thing be this, take them, learn them, just apply pressure. Then some of them listen, some of them too. You know how this world are human beings. We learn. Some people like to learn from their own experience, so they'll still go ahead and go and room, and then when they get the aha moment, they'll come back and be like, you said so, and like, I know so. Don't worry, God be with you. You'll do well. Boss, do you focus on just trading SAE as newcomer here? Yeah, Junior Lewis, obviously newcomer, but you're welcome. Subscribe to the channel, like, share the video. Yes, currently I trade only gold, but I still watch other pairs though. But for now, gold is making us money, so let's focus on that. Um, there was a retracement into other block in 1 minute time frame, and also a double top was formed. Whoa! So you see, I like the perspectives that are coming in though. Did I see that? No. Why? Because I don't trade SMC, ICT, anything. So that's one thing about trading. Whatever system you're trading, right? Once you see your setup, just take it and wait. Let the market do its thing. Whatever is happening is can be interpreted in so many different and thousand ways. But without affect my trade decision, no. That is key. That is key. It's either stop loss or I make money. It's as simple as that. So yes, is he wrong? Is he right? I don't know. Do I even know what he saw? No, I don't know. But that is what he saw. You get what I'm saying? But this is how I trade. This is how I've been profitable. And this is how you stay ahead in the game. Consistency, and following your trading plan or rules. Um, I came so you. I just funded my essence. Kindly confirm times. Okay, send me a DM Telegram or confirm. Yeah, full time again. Okay, so definitely we'll meet. I'm a male. I know you are a male. Of course, there's no a fear ruler that will come here early in the morning and some of the comments we were passing. Me, I just knew from the back like catfish, and catfish and this guy Isaac Ayanda. Can I enter the trade right now? Hey, Isaac, yeah. I cannot enter the trade right now for you can but that is your entry price. Your entry price no be in the see for there. We are in some small profits though, so if you can bear the risk, why not? Go getter says you're a female. Oh really? That's quite surprising though, because for some funny reason I assume go getter was also a male. But shout out to the female traders here as well. Archimedes FX says I agree with you, sir. 100%. 100%. Junior Lewis, I just started focusing on XAU to be honest, there's a lot of clarity when you focus on few charts? Well, focusing on few charts or focusing on multiple charts can be dicey to do, provided you are getting your value from that few charts, stick with it. But if you're not getting value, let's some people say, I just want to trade one pair. It's not by just saying you want to trade one pair. Oh. Is that pair making you money? Are you getting value from that pair? If yes, then fine. But let's say you're waiting 1,000 years to get even one setup on that pair. At that point, you might really have to consider other options. So weigh the pros and cons and make that informed decision. Very, very key and important. Orakpo Seman says, I'm also a female trader. Oh, I see. I think we have one quite a number of female traders here. Shout out to all of you guys. Shout outs to you guys. Theophilus Theria, please, how much losses did you make before becoming profitable? I can't quantify. How much more losses I made before becoming profitable. Even to date, I still take losses on the market. So I think it's bad. What I can assure is that I've not really taken any crazy big loss that I cannot handle. Now get the fact right. Big is relative, obviously, because what you are seeing as a big loss is probably not big to somebody, and what's also big small to you is big to somebody. So big is relative. What I'm saying is that I've not really taken any big loss that I cannot handle or I couldn't have handled, like doing something reckless on the chat that is costing me my life savings, or like I don't have any of those stories. But have I taken losses? Yes, quite a few, quite a few. Like some pretty good ones as well. Pretty good losses. It's part of the game. Nobody's immune to that. Nowadays, do we pay attention to trend lines? So, me personally, yeah, trend lines they still work, but over time I've realized personally that it's one of my least favorite confluences to use because of the rate of failure. When I do the math, quick addition subtraction, I'd rather take a trade based on support, resistance, sometimes following the trend than just the fact that it's on the trend line. If, of course, there's another confluence that is back in the trend line, let's say there's that same area, it's like a flip area or a previous low, previous high, we can work with that. But just trend line alone, I I don't like that. Yeah. I'm sure we'll finish the live stream around 12 because gold is growing like tortoise. I'm telling you. But I don't think we'll get to 12 though. But today is one of the slowest days. And this is like our highest hour on stream so far. Just day two, episode 2 of our stream, and we are like almost 3 hours in. I mean, but it's good though. I like the engagement. I like you guys are following and participating, and then we are doing this. Let's do more. The feedback is great. We are almost 3 hours in, 3 solid hours in, and we're also in profit. So at least that is good, and we'll take that whole body. We're just looking for that push, that push. As where's Raphael, our candle prophet? Come and tell us what the next candle is going to do for us. He said the next candle is going to be what? Um, and we have about 18 minutes more to that next candle. Next 1 hour candle, quote unquote. He said it's going to be astronomical. If my memory serves me right, astronomical. So we are waiting. We are waiting for the astronomical candle. The point and kill SAUSD killer. Chef, I see you. I see you too. Kadim. There Theophilus Tavia. What lot size do you use? Do you mind going all in a trade with higher lot size to flip? Oh wow. Hey, newcomers. Yeah. Next time, come to the session early, please. Come to the live session very, very early. Very early. Come on time. Because I've explained all of these things. But you can watch the recording when it's done, okay? Or next live session, I'll explain these things again. But you can watch the recording when it's done because I've already explained all of these things into details, right? Please, Isaac says, please don't take us back to entry. Bus stop, please. Bus stop, oh, better fly from here. This candle is closing in less than 30 seconds. And uh, I mean, at least it's still above entry. So we wait. So far, after we took the trade, we waited for what? 15, 30, 45, 1 hour, 1:15, almost 1 hour, 30 minutes, right? Already, is it? Yeah, 15, 30, 30, 30. That's 1 hour. 1 hour, 30 minutes, we'll be holding this trade already. Right or wrong? Yeah, well, quite one of the longest times we've had the trade. But let's keep holding. Let's keep holding. This is the job. The job is the job. 90% waiting, 10% execution or taking action, you know. Do you do live session in your signal group? I don't do live session in my signal group. I do live session in my mentorship group. Mentorship. Did he mean the next candle will be bullish? Yes, he said he obviously bullish, but not only bullish, he said astronomical. Let's get us right. Yesterday, gold only saw a breakout in the afternoon, so we should keep. Yeah, yesterday gold usually moved heavily in the afternoon, so we still have a long way to go in a way. But I'm observing. Hopefully, like the next candle or next few candles pushes price and gives us what we're looking for. But if it doesn't, we just we just stay on for a while, you know, to a reasonable range. Then we'll manage the trade later on Telegram, how we do it already. So, but for now, I'm still here with you guys. So let's hold. Let's hold. Boss, do you ever trade news NFP type shit? Hey, this Gen Z's and type shit. Anyway, I answered that earlier. I don't trade news right now. As it stands, I don't trade news at the moment. It doesn't get any more transparent than this. Facts, facts, guys, facts. Transparency is key. The moment you zoom over the trade, that is when gold will spike up. I'm in. Either stop loss or I make money. Either way, one will die for you. What you're saying is facts, though. Where is my? What you're saying is fact, though. Like pure fact. Gold can stretch like this, and the moment you back out, that's when the move happens. So you have to hold. You have to hold the trade. Rickfx, please, what strategy do you trade with? I trade with the Rickfx strategy. Anyway, I've taught my concepts that I used to trade on YouTube. It's out here on YouTube for free. So just visit my channel and watch all my videos. You see exactly the concepts that I used to trade. But I trade mostly price action though, not SMC, not ICT, not um not not all of that. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just telling you what I trade, not all of that. What I trade is on my YouTube channel. These Kenyan mentors are in the competition nowadays. What's going on in Kenya? Talk to me, fill me in. What's going on in Kenya? What kind of competition? Guys, subscribe to the channel, like this video so that YouTube will recommend it to other traders. Share the link directly, turn on post notifications. Can you give us details of how your mentorship works? Yes, I mentioned earlier, but let me repeat. So it's simple. If you are a complete beginner, you don't know anything about trading, just message me on Telegram. I have material for you. It's free. That one is free, totally free. Just watch the basics, learn how to trade, open your brokerage account, all of those things. Then, if you are looking to for advanced session like gold, how I trade gold on a daily basis, I do that on a monthly basis. But last month I didn't do a session. This month, currently July, there's a session that will be held. Okay. If you want to be part, just message me on Telegram once again. You join. I teach you how I trade my gold on a daily basis. Right after the session is over, you are added to the mentorship group, quote unquote, the inner circle, where we do live tradings, we do market analysis. I hold your hand until you become better at trading yourself on your own. That is how the mentorship works. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So if you want to join the July batch, make sure you DM me on Telegram. Gold is ready to go to the moon. Trust me. Yeah, that's what one other guy also came to say after the. So, do I want it to go to the moon? Yes, obviously, 100%. But would I get ahead of myself? No, I'm still grounded and waiting for the right move. Let's wait. So Victor Lewis says, boss, still on the stop loss break even. Would the stop loss break even be placed on the entry or on 50 pips level? Because as you said, stop loss break even. You're already even asking yourself, put the stop loss to break even. Put it to break even, not TP1. Yeah. MB says put stop loss at break even. That is yes. Put stop loss at break even when we smash TP1. So guys, let's check how the 1 hour candle is looking like because it's about to close to do. Gold is still looking bullish, right? Gold is still looking very bullish. Let's just be patient, okay? Let's just be patient and hold this trade. Boss, will you be trading this coming, I guess? Why not? Yes, I'll trade. Last year, I guess I was here. This year, I guess I'll represent. I know you're asking, you're asking because of, probably because of the whole, I guess it's not a good man to trade, all of those things. But no, not that. You know, I'll be here to trade, I guess with you guys. Guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notification. Where is Ishon, the Kendall man? Somebody just started saying what 3 minutes before that legendary move. It's not only legendary, it's supposed to be astronomical. Don't forget. Africa in particular says it's about to go to the moon. Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, in one of his videos, he said he literally don't trade in August due to some past experience. That's why I asked. True. You're not wrong. True. So now this is another thing about trading. You learn, you evolve. I like now this advice goes out to anybody that's watching me. You can get all the information around trading, but nothing also beats first-hand experience. Don't take information just because people say it. Experience it for yourself as well. So one previous year, I think I had that August effect. It was not a good month. I was usually trading currencies on the higher time frame, and the effect happened. But since I switched to gold, for instance, I was fine. I guess I was fine. December I was fine. So just like that, I have a new reality as well. So instead of me just assuming I guess it's not a good month, this is my new reality. So we learn, we evolve. It's a continuous learning phase. So you're not wrong, you are right, but this is the new reality now. Okay. Candle looking good. We have 1 minute more for closure. Can you just fly? Just fly, please. Please. We are tired. Are we not tired? We are not. 10 toes. Let's hold this straight. Okay. Okay. You're looking good. Looking good. Few seconds more. Few seconds more. Few seconds more to the push. Astronomical candle coming in. Hashtag astronomical. Astronomical candle coming in. And if you're still doubting, we are still holding our trade. We held the drawdown, we held the losses, and we are holding the wins too. Everything is right here, live, live. No fugazi, zero fugazi. 18 seconds more. Hopefully the new candle doesn't retrace before flying. Just fly straight, We are tired. Where is our astronomical candle man? We are waiting for him. Let's drop some fire emojis while we wait for the trade to spike up. Let's drop some fire emojis. Let's drop some fire emojis. Fire, 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 fire. Let's drop some fire emojis. Okay, okay, we're going, we're going. Looks like price is really finding it difficult to break this area or this region. But this candle should do that work for us. This candle should really do that work, guys. Guys, we are almost there, almost there, almost there, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Let's push. More fire, more fire. Let's push. Let's push, guys. $200, $200. We are running in profits. As you can currently see, 50 pips running. 50 pips running, guys. Few pips to TP1, but at this point, I think we can manually make some decisions. 50 pips running, guys. 50 pips running. Let's push. Let's push. Drop some fire emojis. Drop some fire emojis. How much money are you making? Let me know in the comment section as well. Guys, we are there. We are almost there. 50 pips running, few pips to TP1, few pips to take profit one, guys. Keep the fire coming. Keep the fire coming. So now let's take a decision, okay? Let me teach you something as well. You see, price is very difficult to smash take profit one. It's going to do that though. It's going to do that. But this is where this is what we call take profit hunting. Some people, because price has not tapped on the exact price, they will assume it is not there. I mean, look, price got close to take profit one. It's almost there. So if you have any decision to take on take profit one, I believe it is ideal to do that. So we can take partial stop loss to break even, 50 TP1, 50 pips running in profit, close to that side. You get what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying, yeah. It's going to break it though. It's going to continue all the way up. But I'm just teaching you something as well. How some people wait for the market to get close to their stop loss and they still wait for it to retrace just because it has not tapped on the exact price. Okay, now TP1 50 pips smashed. TP1 50 pips smash, guys. TP1 50 pips smash. Drop some fire emojis in the comment section. Drop some fire emojis in the comment section. Guys, seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. Profit running nicely. Profit running nicely. TP1 50 pips smashed. Let me know how much money you're making so far. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know how much money you're making. Let me know how much money you're making. Drop it in the comment section. Let me know how much money you're making, guys. Very important. So I'm taking my partials. I've moved my stop loss to break even. I'm doing that. Taking my partials and moving my stop loss to break even. Okay. Taking partials, moving stop loss to break even. If it's a small account, you know what to do. If it's an over leverage account, you know what to do. Guys, we are in. Drop some fire emojis. Drop some fire emojis. If you enjoyed today's session, drop some emojis. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Today was a good day, guys. Overall, we took one loss, but we back up. Today was a good day, guys. Really was a good day. Really, really was a good day. We finally have our astronomical candle as fire emoji, fire emojis, fire emojis, guys. Making money. Are you making money or it's a long story? No fugazi. Everything is done here live. No fugazi. We take you through the process. Take you through all of the process. So guys, um, it's been a good 3 hour with you guys. This is where I'm gonna leave you guys. We already smashed TP1. TP1 in massive profit. Hopefully we smash TP2 for the rest of the day. I'll see you guys same time next week Tuesday, same time. As I said earlier, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification, like this video so that YouTube algo shares it. Don't forget to click on the link in the description to join the Rickfx Telegram community. That is where all the action happens on a daily basis. Also, click on the link in my description to open an account with my recommended broker, XNES, and then you stand a chance to join my VIP for free. Send me a DM on Telegram. Deco says, I have passed all my challenges. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. I've passed all my challenges. Keep the testimonials coming. Keep the testimonials coming. How much money you do make? How this session impacted you? Let me know. Let me read a few before I go. Keep them coming. How much money you made today? How this session has impacted you? If you passed any problem, what is a key takeaway from today's session? Patience is key, obviously. Always remember to take profit before you screenshot. Facts. Facts, guys. Facts. All right, guys. That'll be all for today's session. See you the next one, as I said earlier on. Peace out, and thank you guys for joining.